Hi, this is Maggie, your physio. I'm here today to talk about a decompression exercise for the lumbar spine. So that would be your lower back. A lot of us have some issues in the lower back, including compressed nerve issues. So when you have that tingly sensation or numbness going all the way down to your foot, or sometimes just really discomfort going down from the lower back towards the bum, the hip, lateral leg, and if your doctor or any of your health practitioner told you that there's possibly a nerve compression or problems with your disc or any sort of advanced arthritis in your lower back, this would be a great exercise to do. And it's the first one of a series of decompression exercises that I teach. So if this first one doesn't cause you any trouble, you can try to advance to the second part of the series, which I will also add on these videos. But for now, just try to do this first one. And it's important to kind of follow these parts, right? Because you want to do first is really focus on your breathing. When we take a deep breath in and we're able to expand through the ribs, we're actually able to decompress that lumbar spine. It creates more disc space between the discs because those muscles attach to your lumbar vertebrae. Also, it's important to engage the pelvic floor muscles. So the pelvic floor muscles are connecting your pubic bone in the front to your tailbone in the back, and it also connects your sitting bone side to side. So when you do a pelvic floor contraction, and pelvic floor is present in male and female bodies, okay? You want to pull these muscles inwards by imagining you're trying to hold in a fart, or imagine you're trying to pull the pee inward for women. And then you're going to, while you're doing that, you're actually going to try to do a little bit of what we call a pelvic tilt, a posterior pelvic tilt. So contracting the pelvic floor muscle first will cause a little bit of pulling of that tailbone and potentially decompress a little bit more this whole area into the lower back, okay? Especially L5 areas where we have quite a lot of nerve root compression happening and wear and tear over time. So that would be the most important thing. So the breath, okay, so when you're breathing out is when you're going to pull those muscles inwards, because then we decrease the compression, the intrathoracic or intra-abdominal compression or pressure. And then you're going to go ahead and do that slight pelvic tilt by engaging the deeper abdominal muscles. Eventually you can progress to the actual bridge, right? So it's a pelvic floor engagement to a posterior pelvic tilt into potentially the bridge. So I'm going to show that to you. You're going to lie down on my back on my mat. And if you have some issues in the neck, or if you tend to have a more forward posture, ideally you want to have some pillows supporting your shoulders and your neck. So you're going to take that nice deep breath in, trying to expand your body over the mat. So inhale, and as you exhale, you contract your pelvic floor muscles, pulling them inwards, and then you're going to start having that feeling like you're scooping your tailbone further down, and you start elevating a little bit your bum. So in the first part, you're not going to do so much the back, and then you slowly, as you're keeping that scoop, you're going to pull yourself back down and relax. So inhale through the rib cage. Exhale, set the pelvic floor, your inner thighs, the deeper abdominal muscles, those all connect. And then you start doing a little bit of that rotation in the pelvic tilt. So as you feel more comfortable with it, and if there's obviously no pain in your lower back, you should feel mostly elongation. Then you can start to go a little bit further. So again, take that deep breath in. As you exhale, pull the pelvic floor, inner thigh, deeper abdominal muscles, and then you can start to go a little bit higher, as long as there's no discomfort in your back. And you're going to start soon more of the glutes and the hamstrings to kick in. And you go as far as it's feeling okay, and as long as you're not feeling you're locking up the back. Lots of people, I find a mistake that they go too high and then they're locking their backs, right? So completely squeezing here, but I'm reversing. Now I'm compressing my lower back. So you only want to go to the point where you can still keep that nice feeling of scoop, and then you slowly rolling one vertebra at a time while you're still maintaining that scoop. And that's really what's causing that traction. It's sort of like a self-traction to your lumbar spine if you don't have any way to do it at home, okay? And I hope this helps, and if that did, then you can proceed on to the other decompression exercise for the lumbar spine.